Hi everyone, this is Emaan. Welcome to my channel. Today I want to talk about begonias. These flowers are one of my favorite flowers. Today I want to show you how to save them and how to propagate from a single leaf. This begonia I got from somebody gave it to me. I had different colors: yellow, orange, white and red. And when I got them, they were frozen and I saved them. As you see, this plant is doing great now. It was awful when I got it, and whole summer it bloomed for me. And on this table I put only one color from that different colors. This is one type of begonia. And how I propagate it: whenever I want to propagate it, I just take one branch and I put it in a soil, and that's it. I don't apply any rooting hormone because begonias somehow don't like rooting hormones. It happened with my begonias. I don't know how it works with you, but I propagate this type of begonia without any rooting hormone. They just do great. They root well in a soil without any rooting hormone. Today, when I was taking this begonia to put on this table, I broke this branch, and I will show you how to propagate. And today's my topic is gonna be about this begonia. This is Rex begonia, and as you see, this is very beautiful begonia. Even though it doesn't have any flowers, the leaves are very attractive. They have beautiful shape, and the color of the leaf is variegated. See, this is variegated leaf, and it's very, very attractive. When you look, it makes your eyes happy. And you know, this begonia, what I found from the store, it was frozen also, and on top of the it was at the beginning of last year I found this begonia, and it was laying on top of the pot. Small tiny branches I found. It was outside, and that day was snowing, and I don't know why they put it outside. It was outside it was springtime, but it was snowing that day. And I found these begonia branches, small, tiny, this small. They were this small, even half of my finger. And I took them from the top of the pot, and I brought it home and I planted. As you see, this begonia is big enough now, and it bloomed me till now. And this week it stopped blooming. I had pictures from this begonia. If I find, I will put it. I will add to my video. And let's start. How I propagate this begonia. These are very easy. You just put the branches in the soil, and that's it. You don't have any problem. But today I wanna talk about this begonia because it's very interesting. I found it very interesting. People show you on the YouTube videos, if you watched those videos, they show you how to propagate this begonia from the single leaf. And I tried also, and it worked for me too. And I want to share how I propagated this begonia with you today. For that, I need I propagated this begonia in different ways, and today I want to share it with you. For that, you need a cola bottle. You can use cola bottle, or you can use containers from the cookies, or these big containers if you want to propagate a lot. And you can use plastic containers like this, and I will show you what to do. I have old sphagnum moss from my orchids, If you don't have orchids and you don't have old sphagnum moss, you can use new sphagnum moss for that. I'm gonna use old sphagnum moss. I never throw away my sphagnum moss after my orchids. I save them. I use this old sphagnum moss for many purposes, and today I'm gonna use it too. When I propagate my begonias, I just place the sphagnum moss. Let's show you in a cola bottle because everybody has this. And I put some moss in a cola bottle. Like this. And I water it. I put water and I will come back. As you see, I fill this bottle with water until it covered the sphagnum moss and it's soaked very well. And now I press it and I take extra water. I press it like this. And my moss becomes moist, as you see. And now I make it again fluffy. And the next step I'm gonna show you. I take begonia leaf. When I got this begonia, I am telling you that it was frozen and it had beautiful it had big leaves. Now this begonia started growing again from the bulb. You see, it has bulb and some of them are dead, see, and it wants, I don't know, this one is growing or it's dying, I don't know, but that one, this one, it's totally gone, it's dead. And this begonia, when it started dropping all of its leaves, I took those leaves and I propagated. It had this kind of leaves, see, but those leaves were big and some of them were small. I had different leaves, and from these leaves, from the dying leaves, see, it looks dying, but it's not dead totally. The stick of the leaf, it's dying, but the rest part is live. I pinch like this and I insert in the moss like this. Like this. And some of the leaves I propagated very different. Let's take this leaf. See, this leaf. This is not healthy leaf, but it will work, believe me. I just took it like this, and some of them were part of the leaf, not the whole leaf. I divided them in two parts or in three parts, and I inserted in the sphagnum moss like so. They exactly act like African violets. When you put these leaves in a sphagnum moss or you put in a soil, they grow babies under the leaf. And now I showed you how to plant it in a sphagnum moss, and I am gonna cover with the top of the cola bottle like so. I cut this bottle to plant my orchids, but now I am showing you I'm using this bottle for my begonia leaf. This bottle, see, it has, I cut it the top because I use for my orchids. I plant my orchids on the top, and I fill this bottle with water, and I put just like this. And now this bottle, as you see, it has cuttings here, and I am covering the bottom part with the top. See, here it has small hole that air can go in, and from these cuttings air goes into, and that's it. It's very easy. If you wanna use these cookie containers, you can just place your sphagnum moss in it, and you can plant your leaf just like this. It depends from you how many leaves you want to plant in these containers. You can plant, but this is the way how I propagate my begonia leaf. And here I will show you how I plant it in a soil. I have cups here. See, you can make the hole, but I don't want to make hole. You cut just the bottom part of the cup with a knife, and you can make hole, but I wanna plant it without hole. I will tell you why. When you make hole, the soil, it dries out very fast, and you don't need to water this propagation often, and you just need the whole cup, because the roots, they grow well if you know how to water. You don't water much, you don't fill this cup with water, you just put some drops of water, and that's it. That water, it doesn't go through these holes, it goes down, and it makes evenly moist the soil. That's why I like using the cup without any holes, because roots, they develop very well in the cup, and later on you can replant your plant. And let's show you how I propagate begonia leaf with the soil. This is my soil. I just put little bit soil in the bottom part of the cup, half cup I can say, just like I propagate my African violets. I propagate my African violets this way, and this is best way if you want to propagate your plant, because the soil, when the plant grows roots, the soil feeds it, and it will get used to be in the soil. And the vermiculite and perlite, I'm putting vermiculite and perlite on top of the soil, some vermiculite and some perlite. And vermiculite and perlite, it will it doesn't let your cutting to decay, and the plant, it roots very well, and it will grow easily its babies through this mixture. It doesn't get compacted, it's very airy, and the vermiculite and perlite, it holds moisture for a long time, and it's airy. See how I fill the cup, half with soil, half with vermiculite and perlite mixture. And I just take my leaf, this leaf. It doesn't matter if you have the stem or you plant without stem. You can even cut the leaf just like this. You can plant half leaf, or you can just take your leaf, see, and insert in a soil just like this. And I will show you how to water. This is how we water. We take some water and we put water around the leaf. When we don't water the vermiculite and perlite mixture, it goes from side to side. When we water it, see, it sticks to each other. The vermiculite and perlite, they stick to each other and they don't move. And I want to put some more water here around the leaf, and that's it. See, I didn't put much water, I just made moist the top part. How I do with my African violets, I do the same thing with this leaf, and this leaf later on will grow its babies. And where I need to keep this cup, I can place it in a container, in a bigger container, or I can put this pot in a Ziploc. But I like placing it in a bigger container. Here I have my container. I can plant, I can propagate many leaves, and I can place it in this container, in a bigger container. See, it's my greenhouse, and I cover it with food plastic. And I will show you the results. Here I propagated my African violets in a sphagnum moss. See, the leaves which I put here, they're dead, they decayed. See, but the baby is doing great. In the sphagnum moss they grow awesome. See how many babies I have. The mother leaf is dead, it's decayed, but the babies are doing great here, and this baby is big enough to be planted in a pot now. And see, this leaf, it grew its baby, and now it started decaying also, and I will just take it out from this container, and it will continue growing. The babies, see, they are doing great. Here I have another leaf. And see, the same way will grow your begonias. Let me show you my begonias. I propagated in a sphagnum moss and in a soil just like this, and here I have them in this container. Since I propagated these begonia leaves, I never watered it, and I never opened it. Believe me, it was in summertime. I propagated them in summertime, and since that time I think I watered only once, and after that for 2 months I didn't even open this because I didn't have time. Long time ago I wanted to make this video when my begonias were on blooms, but that time I didn't have time to make video, and today I want to open and check what's going on here. Look at this leaf. See, this leaf I put here, this is mother leaf, and from the mother leaf I have 1, 2, 3, 4 babies. See, and now I can replant. I can plant them in a pot, in a bigger pot. Even the moss is started growing from this little small pots. Some of you are asking me where I got these small pots for my plants. See, it's how it's small. When I eat salads, they have, see, dressing cups. Sometimes sunflower seeds come in these cups, sometimes dressing comes in these cups, and I don't throw away these cups, and I use for my plants, for my African violets, for my other propagations. They will work great. See, I have from this leaf babies, and here the mother leaf is dead. Look at this. The roots are growing to other pot, to a neighbor pot. Here the was mother leaf, and it's dead now. It decayed because I didn't open it for a long time. And this mother leaf has 2 babies, as you see. this is one baby and this is other baby. This begonia, it grows just like African violets. It grows babies just like African violets. Here my African violets, mini African violets, I propagated them, and see, they are all growing. And from the mother leaf, see, this is mother leaf, it's growing babies. It's exactly same, you know, they grow babies in the same way. You just plant the leaf and you have baby. And here I planted one leaf, and from that one leaf I have two babies. And see, here African violet leaf, and from that leaf I have two babies, 1 and 2. See, and from this leaf I have two babies also. This is one baby, small one, and this is other baby, the big one. See, and it's very easy. From one leaf you need only one leaf. If you like Rex begonia, you need only one leaf, and from one leaf you can make lots of babies if you know how to propagate them. You just in this I put half soil, and the top is vermiculite and perlite mixture, as I showed you, in this way. And they grow later on. You will see the babies after 2-3 weeks. The baby will start growing. Look at this. And after, when you see the baby, what you need to do, let's take this pot and I will show you how you can replant it. See, I have long roots which is growing to other pot. See, it's long root. Let's put this on the table, and with one I will show you the next step. Here I have 2 cups with no holes in the bottom, as you see, and I put my soil. This soil is a mixture of coconut coir and potting soil, vermiculite, not vermiculite, perlite. Here I put my soil. If you wanna watch how I make my soil for my African violets, you can go and watch that video. It's very interesting and you can learn from that video a lot. I hope you will learn something. And I fill my pot halfway, this much. I put soil, and on top I put some vermiculite and some perlite, and I start dividing my begonia babies. I pressed the pot, small pot, and see, the roots are so dry because I didn't open it for a long time. You need to check, but I didn't have time to check this. But if you have time, you can check often. See, I broke this leaf. I was not accurate. Now I divided them, and let's plant them in the pot. Now I divided this both begonias, and let's plant them in the pot. I just mix this, and I put on top of this my begonia, and I will cover with some with some perlite and vermiculite. And the roots will grow faster in the vermiculite and perlite mixture. the rest part is the soil, as you see. They will find the moisture from the soil, and these roots which are on top, they will grow faster in this mixture. If you don't have vermiculite and perlite, it's okay. If you have, you can use. Just like this, I plant my begonias, and here I will place my begonia. See, it has long roots, and I make hole with my finger in the soil, and I cover these roots and put some perlite and vermiculite. And I shake it a little bit to clean the top part of the plant. See? And I water it. Just a little bit water I will put. I don't water much because these roots stayed dry for a long time. If I do water it too much, it can decay. It's very dangerous to water the plant when it all dried roots. You can easily decay your roots, and this water is enough. This water, see, it didn't make even my soil wet. It's little bit, and this water, it goes down, and it will make evenly moist this soil. And later on I will have damp soil, and it's very good. See, and here I'm gonna water this plant too. See, and that's it. See, water, it didn't go even down, and that's it. It will make evenly moist this soil. And what is the next step? These leaves used to be in a greenhouse, and if I put them outside, they can die from the dry air. And what I can do now, sometimes I do this. I take some plastic bag. This plastic bag is from the bread, and it has holes. It doesn't matter if it has holes or not. I sometimes do like this when I take my plant from the greenhouse, and it needs to be adjusted in the open air in outside. I just place the plastic bag like this to teach my plant to be out of the greenhouse. I just leave it like this for a couple days, and after three days or 2 days, I will take this plastic bag, and I will leave my plant open. Or I can leave my plant in this container. I can place it in the bigger container like this, and leave it for months in the container, and I will cover with a plastic bag or food plastic. I can cover it with a plastic bag like so, and leave it for months. Why leave it for months? I will tell you why. Because you know this plant, it will grow lots of roots when we keep them in a greenhouse. When we continue keeping them in a greenhouse, they will grow roots faster. If they grow roots, you know, they become very healthy and strong plants. That's why it's better to leave it in a greenhouse and let it grow lots of roots. Sometimes I do that. Sometimes I just take out that plant and I take care of that plant, and after 3 days I take out the plastic bag like this, and whatever is comfortable for you, you can use that way. See, I saved this plant. This plant is dead now. It didn't grow any leaves from the bulb, but I have babies from this, see, and I replanted it. Why not? And this plant, it dropped its leaves too, but later on it started growing these new leaves. These leaves are all new, that's why they're small. Usually Rex begonia leaves are bigger, like my hand, and they are pretty and beautiful. See, these leaves are babies now. They're small, the size of my 3 fingers. See, they are small because they started just growing. And what to do with this broken branch, I will show you what to do. You just take your soil, you just take soil. You don't even need vermiculite or perlite. You just take soil and insert your plant in a soil like this, and that's it. And you put little bit water, not much. This container, this cup, it doesn't have holes too, and I water it little bit like so, and that's it. If you put too much water, it can decay. This plant will decay. If you put little bit and you make the soil damp, it will root faster and it will not decay. And this begonia I propagate the same way. It was small, tiny top of the plants which were laying on top of the pot. The rest of the plant was totally dying, and it was this much small babies, this much, and I just planted them in a soil like this, and they rooted for me and they bloomed for me. See, this is beautiful begonia also. And this way I propagate my begonias. I don't propagate for fun. It's fun, but sometimes I have to propagate because I cannot see when the plants are dying. That's why I propagate it. See, this is my video. This is Emaan's Garden channel. If you like this video, please put thumbs up, and if you are not subscribed yet, you can subscribe. Bye, see you next time. And please check my merchandise in the description below too.